Hi, and welcome back. I'm Wise Witch Withers, here today to talk to you about the Neptune retrograde that started yesterday. Did you guys know that Neptune went into retrograde yesterday on 4th of July? We are in this Neptune retrograde until December 10th. So it's a pretty long retrograde. It's really, in just plain terms, a cosmic reality check is all it is. It's a time when that dreamy, mystical planet of Neptune appears to move backward in the sky. So it draws our attention inward. Direct Neptune energy is about illusion, fantasy, dreams, and spiritual connection. But the retrograde strips all that away. It strips away the illusions and it brings hidden truths to light. So the themes for the retrograde and today's reading, things that you may notice, are healing of old emotional wounds, unveiling of illusions, strengthening of your intuition, spiritual realignment, and surrendering to divine timing. I have got my Crystal Wisdom deck, a new deck that I just got that I wanted to pull a card from today, and then the Green Witch deck that I normally use, my nature deck. So I've got salt here for salt of the earth. I've got mugwort burning to represent air and our elemental blessing. I have got a candle lit for fire. And I am using Cancer New Moon water for the water in the dish. Okay, the elemental blessing. We ask the four elements to be present as we use this oracle deck and bless it to our intentions. We ask the four elements to be present as we use this oracle deck and bless it to our intentions. We ask the four elements to be present as we use this oracle deck and bless it to our intentions. Earth, bless these decks with wisdom. Air, bless these decks with inspiration. Fire, bless these decks with insight. Water, bless these decks with clear communication. I feel grounded and connected to the earth and nature. Feel the sun streaming in. Just energy pouring in through the windows and through the decks. Deep cleansing breath. Let me move these elements out of the way and get to the show. All right. Let's see what pops up here as I start to shuffle, thinking about our themes, what we want to address this Neptune retrograde, thinking about healing those emotional wounds, thinking about stripping away illusions, discovering hidden truths. Two cards here. I got Sage and Time. Move the crystal deck to the side here. We got Sage and Time. Sage is wisdom, purification, harmony. Time is presence and self-awareness. to drop them all. A couple more flipped over here. We've got Moon, Salt, and Altar. All right, Moon, Salt, and Altar. So the first card, Sage. Sage, wisdom, purification, and harmony. I'm just gonna pick the card up here. Show it to you, Sage. The Sage card, wisdom, purification, and harmony. Now, many of you may be familiar with Sage in the sense of purification, cleansing your space with sage. I recently learned that sage actually kills bacteria in the air too. So it really is a purifying and cleansing herb. But it's also a wise herb. It reassures you that you're grounded and stable, and that the wisdom you need is easily accessible if you look in the right places. This card is trying to remind you that insight can appear from unlikely sources. Being in harmony with your environment allows you to receive messages and act on them more easily than if you are living in discord. So remember, listening can bring balance, and purification can remove obstacles that further cloud that exchange of information and communication. Now, the one card, as far as our special Neptune retrograde reading, we're talking about the veil of illusion. So we're asking the question, what illusion or fantasy am I being asked to release? What illusion or fantasy am I being asked to release? And so this card is saying, what may not make sense right now may fall into place later. Don't be so quick to dismiss advice that doesn't make sense immediately. So you need to remain open, and wisdom will come to you. This is your healing card. So this is your healing card. With the Sage, you are going to be able to heal. And you may be getting some advice right now that doesn't necessarily resonate with you in a way that you think it should, or maybe that at all. And don't discount that advice right now. Don't discount what you're being told. Sit on it. Be still and listen. And it'll fall into place in time. So the Sage card, harmony, purification, and that wisdom that we're seeking for healing. Time, presence, and self-awareness. The Time card in the 2 spot. The Time card, presence and self-awareness. Look at the time growing up around that gem. Isn't that beautiful? It's giving us a view of the roots growing out the bottom. Time, presence, and self-awareness. So that is Time, the herb, not Time, the construct. This is time that we get from the earth, the herb that we use maybe to cook with. Some of you maybe use it in spell work. It has a very sharp scent, Time does. And it tells us to be present, pay attention, be in the moment. Pay attention to the state of your mind, your body, your spirit. We really rely on herbs to help ground us. So getting this Sage card, getting this Time card, it's really fortuitous. It's really, what is a better word to use? It is really an interesting card draw for those of us out there who are green, who do a lot of work with herbs. As I sit here looking at my shelf of herbs that I have right now, I've got mugwort burning right now, using the hard rock Himalayan pink salt here, and my dried herbs here. And I just think that as those who operate in green and nature, we rely on herbs to help ground us. And the time card is telling us to be present and self-aware. Take inventory of how you feel, with all the pretense and wishful thinking and illusions stripped away. The illusions from the Neptune retrograde just completely being stripped away. You can evaluate yourself honestly. Take note of areas that sting or hurt, what feels good. Try not to judge your feelings. Just offer yourself love, understanding, grace. Remember that feelings are not actions. It takes strength and effort to stay present in your life. So being present, being self-aware, having that wisdom, that purification, that harmony. The 2 card, what hidden truth is being revealed to me during this retrograde? The illusions are being stripped away. The hidden truth is that we can stand in our truth and we can evaluate ourselves honestly. We can be present and we can be self-aware and stay in the present moment. Divine timing, that's what the 3 card is talking about. Divine timing. And we drew the moon. The moon is about phases and cycles and intuition. The divine timing question is, what is Neptune trying to teach or show me right now? I want to show you this moon card because it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's got so many things on it. So up at the top, it's got moonstones, 5 moonstones going across the top. Then it's got the moon itself in the middle and the different moon phases going around that. Below that, it's got the lunar moth. Then we've got herbs on either side of the lunar moth. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous card with a lot of import and meaning behind it. So this card is asking, what is Neptune trying to teach or show me right now? And it represents various energies as manifested in growth and retreat in the cycle of nature itself. So nothing is ever at a standstill in the world of nature. And so that's what Neptune is trying to teach you or show you, is that everything is constantly in motion. You may think that you are being still or standing still in the moment, but everything is still in motion working around you. Nothing is ever still. And that goes for the energy flowing inside of you. So sometimes you may retreat into yourself. Other times you may reach outward. The moon card asks you to trust what your intuition tells you to do. So whatever your intuition is pushing you towards, the moon card is giving you permission to trust that intuition. Everything is stripped away for your presence and self-awareness, for your wisdom, your purification, your harmony. And now know that even though it may feel like you're at a standstill, the universe has still got everything in motion around you. Everything that you need, everything that you want is in motion around you. So just trust what your intuition is telling you. That's what the divine timing card is all about. Strengthening your intuition. So we need to trust our intuition, and now we need to strengthen our intuition. What can I rely on to guide me through confusion or uncertainty? We got the salt card. The salt card, and I know you're familiar with salt, but in what context are you familiar with salt? Do you use salt on your French fries, or do you make a circle with salt? Do you put salt on your tomatoes, or do you put salt outside your window sills and doorways? Salt has a lot of uses, and in this context, we're talking about protection and banishing negativity. So salt in the context of protection and banishing negative energy. So how do we strengthen our intuition? We use salt. We use salt because it is an easy means to dispel negativity and protect yourself. You don't have to struggle. Salt is your partner in self-defense. Draw boundaries, keep yourself guarded against negativity. Remember to keep the energy around you as clean as possible. So that reminds you to go back to saging, keeping the energy around you as clean as possible. So that takes you back to the one card, taking you to sage. Use the tools that you have available to you. If you don't have sage, use mugwort, but cleanse your environment. Once you have your environment cleansed, you want to install protection boundaries on your environment. Once you have installed those protection boundaries, you have strengthened your intuition with the moon phases, and you can stand confidence in your self-awareness and be present and know that what you are doing is the right thing. So what can you rely on to guide you through confusion or uncertainty? Salt. Salt. It is protection and creating boundaries that you're relying on. Spiritual realignment. How can I move ahead with spiritual clarity and alignment? You get the altar card. The altar card. These cards are really matching up with the Neptune retrograde reading that we're doing. I love it when this happens, you guys. So the altar card for spiritual and light realignment. How can I move ahead with spiritual clarity and alignment? And like I said, the altar card is all about gratitude and releasing burdens. So we lay our burdens at the altar. We express gratitude for the blessings that we're receiving at the altar. I have such altar envy of this card. It's such a beautiful, beautiful altar with the herbs and the candles and the crystals and the cards and the mirror and all the things, just beautiful, beautiful altar set up there. Take stock of what you're grateful for. Think about what you can offer nature or spirit to share your blessings. So how can you move ahead with spiritual clarity and alignment? Release those burdens at the altar. Just lay them at the altar. Give them to God. Give them to your deity of choice. And express gratitude for them being taken away and lifted off of you. And that's how you can move ahead with spiritual clarity and alignment. So what isn't serving you? What do you need to release into the universe in order to move on? So that's what you need to think about. Once you release that into the universe, you've saged, you've protected, you've accepted that the universe is working for you and around you. You are in the moment. You are taking inventory. You are being present. You have those boundaries. You're going to be okay during this Neptune retrograde. You're going to heal. You're going to unveil the illusions. Your intuition is going to strengthen. You're going to feel that spiritual realignment, and you're going to surrender to divine timing and know that the universe is working in its way for you. All right, one more card, and then I'll let you go. We're going to see what crystal could benefit us right now during Neptune retrograde. Oh, this one jumped out at me. We've got peacock copper. Peacock copper. Look at that one. Protection, positivity, and hope. It is the earth element, and it is the third eye chakra. So we use this during meditation and in situations where anxiety or fears may arise, like in social settings. So carry it in your pocket or your purse to enjoy its protective energy all day long. Peacock copper is the crystal of the day. Stay safe out there, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any content. I'm Wise Witch Withers. I'll see you next time.